A very blessed day to you. The idea of worship is not foreign to us. Mention worship and immediately what comes to mind is the worship of God. Now, many of us have our own ways of worshiping God. The commonest one being through hymns and praise songs, whether alone by ourselves or corporately in church services. We believe we are offering our praises to God, who receives such praises. Or does he? Does God really accept any worship that we offer him through the songs that we sing? Our scripture meditation is on Numbers chapter 28, verses 1 and 2. If you look at the whole chapter of 28, we read of the different kinds of offerings God wanted his people to bring to him. Daily offerings, monthly offerings, Sabbath offerings, and Passover offerings. So, why was God so particular about these offerings? Why did he give such detailed instructions on making their offerings? Well, you see, in those days, this was their major form of worship which God had prescribed for them. God didn't want them to follow the pagan nations who could invent their own form of worship. In fact, if the Israelites did exactly according to God's ways, God said that these offerings to be presented to him would be a pleasing aroma to him, that he would accept them, provided that the Israelites made such offerings at the right time, in the right way, and with the right sacrifices. Otherwise, he would not accept them. They had to follow God's prescribed ways for God to bless them. Now, in our present day, when we worship God, are we offering worship that God will accept? What does it really take to present our offering of worship that is right by God? The psalmist tells us that the sacrifice that God desires is a broken spirit. He will not reject a broken and repentant heart. The psalmist also says that God receives into his holy presence the person who comes with clean hands and a pure heart, one who doesn't worship other idols and who is truthful. That is, God is looking for true worshippers who will worship him in spirit and in truth. Then, and only then, will he accept our offering of worship as holy and pleasing in his sight. So my question is, are we making our offering of worship to God with a heart that is right with him? A heart that is turned towards him? A heart that is totally open to him? And are we offering our lives as a living sacrifice to God? Because this act of worship is acceptable to God. May God draw near to us in our true worship of him, and may he find our offering of praise a pleasing aroma to him. God bless you.